أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا تلبسوا الحق بالباطل وتكتموا الحق وأنتم تعلمون وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واركعوا مع الراكعين أتأمرون الناس بالبر وتنسون أنفسكم وأنتم تتلون الكتاب أفلا تعقلون واستعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله وإنها لكبيرة إلا على الخاشعين. Alhamdulillah. Brothers and sisters who are listening to us on radio, last time we stopped with ayah number 42. We may just go through again the translation of that ayah, and main focus today is ayah number 43. Ayah number 42, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and mix not truth with falsehood, nor conceal the truth, while you know the truth. And ayah number 43, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَارْكَعُوا مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ, and perform as-salah and give az-zakah and bow down along with ar-raki'un. Do ruku with ar-raki'un. This is one ayah is enough today because Imam Qurtubi rahimahullah spoke huge amount of a message he left for us in this ayah because it deals with as-salah. So وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَارْكَعُوا مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ. So establish the salah and give zakah and do ruku with those who do ruku with those along with those who do ruku. So three things: salah, zakah, and ruku with those who perform ruku. Let us talk about salah. We spoke more about this in the beginning of Surah Bakarah. هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة. Some more discussion came there. Here وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ just only to give a command of Allah, establish salah, which is fard, al-amru lil-wujub. And like this in the Qur'an, many places, almost in 82 verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said aqimus salah, and almost similar number wa-atu zakah. So in 82 places of the Qur'an, aqimus salah. Salah, how important ibadah, it is fard, which will be asked by Allah after Iman to give answer to Allah about as-salah. With all these emphasis, with all this focus in repeating and repeating and repeating, how many Muslims today regularly praying? We don't know, we don't have any kind of accurate statistics, but in general we can guess easily that, do you think 50% Muslim pray regularly 5 daily prayer? No, much less than 50%. And accurate number Allah knows, is it 20% or 25% or 30%? We don't know. But one thing is very sure, anybody of us can say at least 50% people don't pray. Those who pray, maybe their number surely less than 50%. So how they claim as Muslims? 82 times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling people, aqimus salah, aqimus salah. Especially the fard one. After that, wa'atu zakah, give zakah. Also zakah is very important, one of the arkan of Islam. After salah, that's why it is mentioned as zakah, fard. And you remember, after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Khalifa Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu became Khalifa, a group of people outside Medina somewhere, they deny to give zakah. They say, yes, we are Muslim, we are ready to do anything else, but not zakah. Then he said, well, we have to fight against you. We have to declare war against you. And he was making army ready. Umar radiallahu anhu and many of the Sahabis said, how Abu Bakr, you will be declaring war against so-called Muslims? They are Muslims, they are not kafir. He said, if they deny not only to give zakah, they are giving us animals of zakah, which is, their wealth was normally at that time mostly the animals, the cattle, camel, goats, sheep. These are the horses, mainly zakat items. Not only they are denying, if they deny to give a rope to take the animal, okay, take animal, we are not going to give you a rope, I'll be fighting against them. Because part of the requirement of giving zakah, the animal will give the a rope to carry it. Alhamdulillah, this decision was later on accepted by all Sahabi, including Umar radiallahu anhu. They understood the wisdom of the decision of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. So zakah is also fard. And very important. I know many Muslims even, they don't pay zakah. They don't pay zakah. They give something. I asked somebody who is very known to me and quite rich. I said, brother, do you give your zakah? He said, well, yes, I give something every year. Okay, something. Do you take your, good account of your all wealth? Well, too much to account, I give something. Alhamdulillah, I hope Allah will accept. Because if he has good amount of money, in the end it will be very good amount. So he's very clever man. He may say to Allah, yes, I have given zakah. He is not denying, but he is not giving full amount, trying to, trying to hide something and giving something. This is not true. It's 2.5%. is very clearly mentioned in the Qur'an. And zakah is not a tax. Subhanallah, if people knew. Zakat is a good opportunity of going to Jannah. Many people, they don't have financial ability to give zakah. The one who has the ability, he must give zakah. In the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he mentioned the qualities of the muttaqeen, qualities of the mu'minun, qualities of those who will be going to Jannah, as-salihun, all of them, Allah said they are used to spending fi sabilillah. You give zakah, not only that you say, oh Allah, I thank you too much in appreciation of Allah's favor upon you, that He has made you are able. He made you enabled to give zakah. If poor people want to get a reward through zakah, he can, because he doesn't have money to give zakah. So this is not a tax. This is the real opportunity, a favor of Allah to you. He is a giver of the rizq, the wealth, and you just appreciate. And very tiny amount. If Allah giving you 100, He are looking for 2.5% only. 97%, 97.5% is for you. Only 2.5%. So Allah has given you 100, and give 2.5 to the poor. You are hesitating. You are not willing. Subhanallah. See the appreciation of Allah's ni'mah. And this is what zakah itself. مأخوذة من زكاة شيء إنما إذا نما وزاد. Zakah is to grow. Meaning of zakah is growing. When you give zakah, your wealth grows further. People don't see it. If I give, rather I can see in my account, I have £100, I have given 2.5%, gone £25, now came down to £975. How it grew? Growing is not, you will be counting it instantly, but you will be getting the barakah, blessing in different ways. So much barakah. Your money will be full of barakah. Even in another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ma naqasa malum min sadaqah." that any kind of spending fi sabilillah, either it is fard one or nafal one, mashallah, barakah, it never go to decrease. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, sadaqah will never bring decrease to your wealth. You have to believe in that. So when you give zakah, there is barakah. Zakah has also another meaning, purification. Okay? To purify yourself. Zakat ma'khuzat min at-tathhir. Purification. From there we call also tazkiyah. Tazkiyatun nafs. Purification of the soul. Even today you give a tazkiyah to somebody who is going to study in Medina University, you give him a recommendation. This is also called tazkiyah. To tell, this is a student, we know him, mashallah, very good, practicing, hardworking, he has good aqidah, good, amal, so some kind of good words about him. A recommendation is called also tazkiyah. So zakat is also purification. As in the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about zakah, in the Qur'an, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا. O Prophet, you take from them their sadaqah, which is zakah, تُطَهِّرُهُمْ, you will be purifying, cleaning them, وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا, and you will be purifying them. So giving zakah is purification. So zakah has two meanings. One is increasing, not decreasing our wealth. Barakah wise, maybe even inshallah, financially Allah will give you more barakah in your rizq. And second one, purification, that you make yourself is purified, your money is purified by giving zakah. And one of the hadith says, this zakah is purification, which is bringing the wasakh out of your wealth. Once you give zakah, your wealth is pure and your heart is pure. Wealth has more barakah, more inshallah blessing, and your heart is clean and purified from the impurity. What is the impurity in the heart? Love of the wealth and al-bukhl, greed, and the stinginess. These are impurity is around our heart. So when we give the wealth, it purifies our heart. If we don't give, it is more impure. After zakah, then the third command of Allah in this ayah, warka'u, and do ruku, bow down. Al-ruku is al-inhina fil lughah, bowing down. Al-inhina. Inhina means making your head is going down. If you go up to halfway, then it is ruku. If you go full completely to the place, to the floor, then it is sujood. So ruku and sujood both are bowing down, but there are two categories. One is up to halfway, other one is full. And both of them are fard in the Qur'an. Another ayah, warka'u wasjudu. So we do ruku, do sujood. This word, in this ayah, sujood is not mentioned, only ruku mentioned. In another ayah, ruku is mentioned. Imam Al-Qurtubi rahmatullah alayhi said, إنما خص الركوع بالذكر لأن بني إسرائيل لم يكن في صلاتهم ركوع. In the previous ummah, especially Bani Israel, there was no ruku in their salah, qiyam and sujood. This ummah has given another opportunity of going close to Allah with the ruku. It is a speciality of this ummah according to that statement. And this ruku is from this ruku word rak'ah. You know, you pray how many rak'ah? 1 rak'ah, 2 rak'ah, 3 rak'ah, 4 rak'ah. The word rak'ah came from ruku. If you get the ruku, in the salah, you got the rak'ah. If you miss the ruku, Imam gone to sujood, of course you must join the Imam in the sujood. But do you think this rak'ah will be counted?
No.
So once you get the ruku, rak'ah is counted.
Yeah.
From there, the word ruku is linked with the rak'ah. Okay? So this is the wisdom why it is called one rak'ah, not called one sajda. Because it is linked with the ruku. You got the ruku, so your rak'ah is complete. Now he is saying, Imam al-Qurtubi rahmatullah alayhi, الركوع الشرعي هو أن يحني الرجل صلبه ويمد ظهره وعنقه ويفتح أصابع يديه ويقبض على ركبتيه ثم يطمئن راكعا يقول سبحان ربي العظيم ثلاثا وذلك أدناه. Imam al-Qurtubi making a full definition of ruku' from the fiqh term. So what is the ruku'? A person should bow down in a situation that he will be making his back straight like this. If you do like this ruku', it is also bowing down, but it is not the terminology of the ruku' in the salah, in the sharia, in the fiqh. Your backbone should be like this. Okay, this straight. Yamuddu dhahrahu. Unuqahu, also your neck should be like this. Don't do neck like this. Okay? Wayaftahu, when you hold your hand or your, what call it? Palm on the knees, your hand should be, the finger should be not very close like this, a bit open. Okay, this way. And you do qabd on your knees, qabd. Not only putting like this, qabd. Holding like this, qabd. Okay. Summa yatma'innu, then you should have the itminan. Itminan means staying sometime there. If you just go there quickly, coming out of ruku, your itminan is not taking place. Itminan means taking time, staying there for a period of time. At least you can say Subhana Rabbil Azim 3 times with satisfaction. This is called itminan. Well, if you say 3 times, this is a minimum sunnah. If somebody say only 1 time, khalas. At least one is farad is finished. Even somebody could not say, join the Imam halfway of the ruku, but he found the Imam in the ruku. If he was to say, he could be saying once, but he could not say because Imam was rushing and he was slow of trying to say. He got the Imam in the ruku minimum. If he wanted to say Subhan Rabbil Azim like this, he wanted, if he wanted to say on promptly, he could be saying, but he missed it. But he stayed there for that period of time, that's enough. Subhanallah. That he got the ruku. Of course, if he says, much more better. But if he's tired while taking his breath while preparing, and Imam gone out of the ruku, but he found the Imam, if anybody promptly can say Subhan Rabbil Azim, that means he got the ruku. But somebody gone there, and if anybody tries, will be not able to say, just gone and Imam says Sami Allah, Holy Man Hamida, that there is no chance for saying one Sami Allah, Subhan Rabbil Azim, there is no chance of that. That means he didn't get the ruku. He must be repeating this ayah. But minimum sunnah is to say 3 times. And ruku is fard, as you know, because command of Allah, warka'u wasjudu, these are the arkan of the salah, both of ruku and sujood. And in the Qur'an only ruku and sujood is mentioned. Itminan is not mentioned, that you have to stay this amount of time. Where you found all these? In the Sunnah, Jazakallah khairan. In the Sunnah, in the Hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said how you do, tarka hatta tatma'inna raki'an وتسجد حتى تسجد يعني مطمئنا. Okay, itminan word came in the hadith. So we can't ignore the hadith because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's command, and also he said, "Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli." Okay. Now, the last word of this ayah, "Warka'u ma'ar raki'in." Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, not only said, "Wasjudu wa'budu," like in another ruku sujood. Here he added, "Warka'u ma'ar raki'in." You do ruku alongside with those who do ruku. So here, what is the indication here? To what? Salatul Jama'ah. Ahsant. Barakallah fiqh. There is a message here. You do ruku with all other people who is doing ruku together. That means you pray fard prayer with Jama'ah. Qur'an has mentioned this. وَتَقْتَدِ مَعَ الْمَعِيَّةُ وَالْجَمْعِيَّةُ. Along with this word ma'a means it brings the Jama'ah. ولهذا قال جماعة من أهل التأويل بالقرآن إن الأمر بالصلاة أولا لم يقتضي شهود الجماعة فأمرهم بقوله مع شهود الجماعة. In the beginning of the fard of salah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say that it is fard. Where he mentioned in the beginning first, salah, you should just salah. But in this ayah he added salah should be ma'al raki'in, ma'al jama'ah, with the jama'ah. Now this jama'ah, is it fard or it is sunnah? This is a discussion Imam Al-Qurtubi rahmatullah makes, a long discussion. He said, وَقَدْ اخْتَلَفَ الْعُلَمَاءُ فِي شُهُودِ الْجَمَاعَةِ عَلَى قَوْلَيْن. The ulama has two opinions. One opinion, it is fard. Other opinion, it is sunnah mu'akkada. Sunnah mu'akkada means emphasized sunnah. It is not ordinary sunnah. Even though you say sunnah mu'akkada, it is emphasized. Okay. But many of the ulama consider it is fard. وقد أوجبها بعض أهل العلم فرضا على الكفاية. Okay. And some others said it is also allowed to pray in alone because situation may come if not get opportunity of jama'ah. So that's why you could be staying very far away from the masjid, you could be staying in hospital. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't make totally fard, but it is a lot of emphasis here in the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The emphasis is so much, like Salatul Jama'at afdal min Salatul Fadh bi 27 daraja. In another hadith, 25 juz'an. Your salah, 5 daily prayer in Jama'ah is rewarded how many times more? If you pray alone, how many times more in Jama'ah? 25 times, or another hadith, 27 times.
Say again.
If you pray your daily prayer alone at your own home, not attending Jama'ah, this is, you get reward. Salah is not totally invalid. But if you pray in the masjid, in the Jama'ah, your reward is multiplied 25 times or 27 times. Very rewardful. Okay. وقال الشافعي رحمة الله عليه, Imam Shafi'i said, لا أرخص لمن قدر على الجماعة في ترك إتيانها إلا من عذر. Without valid reason, I cannot say it is okay for anybody to pray at home, missing Jama'ah. Another hadith in Sahih Muslim. أتى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم رجل أعمى, a blind man came to Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يا رسول الله إنه ليس لي قائد يقودني إلى المسجد. O Prophet of Allah, there is no one to lead me to the masjid. As you can see, I am a blind person. Walking is difficult for me as a blind person. فسأل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن يرخص له فيصلي في بيته. And he asked permission, can you allow me that I pray at my home? فأذنه رسول الله sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he gave him permission. Then فَلَمَّا وَاللَّى دَعَاهُ فَقَالَ هَلْ تَسْمَعُ النِّدَاءَ بِالصَّلَاةِ. When he was about to go, then he called him again, come on, what? This blind man, come here. Do you hear the adhan? He said, yes, I do hear, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am not a deaf person, only blind. قَالَ نَعَمْ. Yes, I do hear. قَالَ فَأَجِبْ. Then you need to respond. You need to pray in the masjid, in the jama'ah. Okay. Another riwayah suggests, لا أجد لك رخصة. I don't find any excuse for you. I don't find permission for you to pray at home. خرجه من حديث ابن مكتوم. Abu Dawood narrated this part. It is Sahabi Abdullah ibn Maktum radiallahu anhu. He was the one who was asking this question because himself was a blind man. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma, he said, Man samiya nida'a falam ya'ti fala salata lahu. This is comment of Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma. Whoever heard azan and he is not responding to pray in jama'ah, no salah is accepted from him. If he prays without valid reason at home, his salah will be not accepted. This is the opinion of Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. You can ask, okay, hearing to adhan, what does it mean? What is the distance? And nowadays we have two complexes. One is we have microphone system, this one complex. Another complex, we have this noise in the urban life. But the olden days, time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is no noise of the car or factory or underground. Whole world is quiet, and there is no microphone. That is a real natural kind of hearing. That's why if Muazzin used to stand something high, and adhan will be going in the natural way without any noise of the city life, then they may hear from quite far away. It may go minimum quarter mile. You see, in the quiet time of the night time could be going further. So some kind of reasonable that nowadays we have this all noise, and also we have a microphone system, but we don't hear it because it is not allowed to give adhan always. Sometimes we are allowed in this mosque, many other masajid, it is not allowed to use the microphone. Also another issue, we have car as well. Even though you are 1 mile away or half a mile away, you drive your car, you come within 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Should you consider that as a hukum of hearing, even though you don't hear physically? So these are the issues is there to consider all these. Coming back to the many of the ahadith or comment of the Sahaba, Ibn Mas'ud, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, وَلَقَدْ رَأَيْتُنَّا وَمَا يَتَخَلَّفُ عَنْهَا إِلَّا مُنَافِقٌ مَعْلُومٌ النِّفَاقِ. His words are very clear. He is saying this command after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he may noticed some of the Muslims started praying at home, not going to the masjid. He said, if you have seen in our time, in our generation of the Sahaba during the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, none will be praying at home and not going to the masjid except the one who is munafiq. No good Muslim will be praying at home. Okay? And he's not munafiq, you doubt. Ma'lumun nifaq, clear munafiq. Only a clear munafiq will be praying at home and not going to the masjid. And also another hadith, a special focus for Fajr and Isha, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, بيننا وبين المنافقين شهود العتمة والصبح لا يستطيعونهما. Between us and the munafiqeen, the differentiation is Isha prayer and Fajr prayer. They can't make it. They are lazy during Isha and Fajr. But anybody who is not munafiq, he will be coming to the masjid to pray in Jama'ah. So those who come to the Jama'ah in the masjid, they are good Muslims, and those who pray at home, they are munafiqun, according to that statement. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam, laqad hamamtu an amura fityati fayajma'u huzaman min hatab. ثم آتي قوما يصلون في بيوتهم ليست لهم علة فأحرقها عليهم. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I wish to punish those who are not coming to the masjid to pray in Jama'ah, praying at home. I wish to take some of the young people with me and checking who is not praying, who is praying at home, not going to the masjid, and making somebody else praying, and I go and check. Taking with me some of the young people with some kind of firewood and taking around those people who are praying at home to burn their house with them. Can you imagine? Looking at this statements, Imam Shafi'i was telling it is fard to pray in Jama'ah. Okay, another hadith. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu again. He is saying a very nice comment, which is compiled by Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayhi sahih. Man sarrahu an yalqa Allah ghadan musliman falyuhafiz ala haula'i salawat haythu yunada bihin. Who would like to be meeting tomorrow Allah in a situation that he is a good Muslim, who would like to meet Allah tomorrow in the day of judgment as a good Muslim, he must take care of these 5 daily prayers when adhan is made, call is made, adhan is given. To attend in the Jama'ah, in the masjid, to pray in Jama'ah. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَرَعَ لِنَبِيِّكُمْ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ سُنَنَ الْهُدَى. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to your Prophet the sunan, the practices of hidayah, the guidance. وَإِنَّهُنَّ مِن سُنَنِ الْهُدَى. These salah to pray in Jama'ah is a guidance of the sunnah guidance. Okay? If anybody is missing that sunnah guidance of praying in Jama'ah, وَلَوْ أَنَّكُمْ صَلَّيْتُمْ فِي بُيُوتِكُمْ كَمَا يُصَلِّ هَذَا الْمُتَخَلِّفِ فِي بَيْتِهِ لَتَرَكْتُمْ سُنَّةَ نَبِيِّكُمْ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. If you started to pray the daily 5 prayers at your home, like this mutakhallif, like this one who is always behind to pray at home, then you'll be abandoning your Prophet's sunnah. وَلَوْ تَرَكْتُمْ سُنَّةَ نَبِيِّكُمْ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ لَضَلَلْتُمْ. If you abandon your Prophet's sunnah, you will be misguided. Sunnah here in a different sense. Sunnah here not in the fiqh. Sunnah is the path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His practice generally. It's much more than ordinary sunnah. It is his path, his guidance. So anybody is praying at home, not attending Jama'ah, it is not his habit. He is abandoning the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his path. Whoever abandons the path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will be surely misguided. وَمَا مِن رَجُلٍ يَتَطَهَّرُ. Then he is giving further message. Whoever makes wudu, purifies himself, فَيُحْسِنُ الطُّهُورِ, and does the wudu very nicely, ثُمَّ يَعْمَدُ إِلَى مَسْجِدٍ مِنْ هَذِهِ الْمَسَاجِدِ. Then he goes to one of these masajid of us. Not necessarily everybody will be coming to the prophetic mosque. Anywhere in his local mosque when he's going, إِلَّا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَهُ بِكُلِّ خُطْوَةٍ يَخْطُوهَا حَسَنًا. Every step he makes towards walking to the masjid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writes for him by every khutwa, every step, one reward. وَيَرْفَعُهُ بِهَا دَرَجَةً, and making him to Allah one step up, ranking high to Allah one step. وَيَحُطُّ عَنْهُ بِهَا سَيِّئَةً, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes from him one sin. وَلَقَدْ رَأَيْتُنَا وَمَا يَتَخَلَّفُ عَنْهَا إِلَّا مُنَافِقٌ مَعْلُومُ النِّفَاقِ. And repeating the same word he said before, and you may, if you are able to see, you'll be seeing none of us in our time will be missing Jama'ah except the one who is a very clear munafiq. وَلَقَدْ كَانَ الرَّجُلُ يُؤْتَى بِهِ يُهَادَ بَيْنِ الرِّجْلَيْنِ حَتَّى يُقَامَ فِي الصَّفِّ. Indeed, a man could be brought by, he is leaning upon two persons. Two persons he is leaning by two hands because he is ill. This way Sahaba used to come to attend in the Jama'ah, joining the Jama'ah. Even though ill, cannot walk himself, leaning upon two persons, putting his two hands to two shoulder, to brother's shoulder, will be not preferring to pray at home. If you look at this ahadith and look at the ummah situation today, we know many people even don't pray, but those who pray, how many of them consider it is so emphasized to pray in Jama'ah? Another hadith of similar one, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even from the Sahih Muslim, صلاة الرجل في جماعة تزيد على صلاته في بيته وصلاته في سوقه بضعا وعشرين درجة. A man's salah at his house or at his market, comparing to his salah in Jama'ah, so in Jama'ah he gets more reward than at his home or market, 27 times more. وذلك أن أحدهم إذا توضأ فأحسن وضوء ثم أتى المسجد. Whenever one of you make wudu and good wudu with perfection, then coming to the masjid, لا ينهزه إلا الصلاة, nothing pushes him except the salah. لا يريد إلا الصلاة, he doesn't want anything except salah in the masjid. فلم يخط خطوة إلا رفع له بها درجة, every step of him making him one grade high. وحط عنه بها خطيئة, and one of the sin is removed from him. حتى يدخل المسجد, until he enters the masjid. And after coming to the masjid, فإذا دخل المسجد كان في الصلاة ما كانت الصلاة هي تحبسه. When he comes to the masjid with the salah, he may pray some sunnah, tahiyyat al-masjid, whatever, then he waits for the salah, for the iqamah to be given, Jama'ah to start. So that this waiting period, he will be counted as if he was praying, even though he's sitting down waiting. وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَى أَحَدِكُمْ مَا دَامَ فِي مَجْلِسِهِ الَّذِي صَلَّى فِيهِ. Even after salah, if somebody is staying further waiting, not instead of going out and start talking, sitting down after salah, waiting and waiting, the waiting period before and after all these, al-malaika yusalluna ala ahadikum ma dama fi majlisi, all this waiting period before and after salah, the malaika make dua for you, makes dua for you. Oh Allah, forgive him, Allah give him rahmah. Yaquluna Allahumma arhamhu, Allahumma ighfir lahu, Allahumma tub alayhi. The angel says, oh Allah, irhamhu, give him rahmah. Ighfir lahu, Allah, forgive him. Allahumma tub alayhi, Allah accept his tawbah. The angels make this dua. Ma lam yu'dhi fihi, ma lam yuhdith fihi, until he is going to make trouble with somebody, or his wudu is broken, keeps his wudu, okay, until his wudu is broken or he started giving trouble to somebody else. قيل لأبو هريرة ما يحدث, what is hadath, what is some kind of hadath taking place? He said yafsu aw yadritu, which is making how wudu goes inside the masjid. He cannot urinate here, neither he go to the toilet here. Maybe wind comes, this is the situation. That means his wudu is breaking. Until wudu breaks, until he's making trouble with somebody, he is getting reward as if he is praying, and he's getting the dua of the angels. They are making dua for him. Allahumma irhamhu, Allahumma arhamhu, Allahumma ighfir lahu, Allahumma tub alayhi. Okay. It seems we are coming to the end of this ayah, which talks about ruku'. Then in the end of this ayah, Imam al-Qurtubi rahmatullah said that we have talked هذه جملة من أحكام الصلاة in this chapter. Furthermore, adab and ahkam of salah will come in another ayah. وسيأتي القول في القيام في الصلاة عند قوله تعالى وأقوموا لله قانتين. Many things, but وهذا كله بيان لقوله تعالى وأقيموا الصلاة. So وأقيموا الصلاة is a word, just two words. Establish the salah. It has many words, many messages here. Even in the Salah, Qur'an is always brief, but more details where? In the Hadith. Even the time-wise, 5 daily prayer. Did Allah say, Aqimu Salah khamsa marrat? No. He didn't say 5 times daily prayer. So what the 5 times came, where it came? In the Hadith. In the Qur'an, there is indication. Again, the time. What time? When the Fajr time starts, when Dhuhr, when Asr, when Maghrib, Isha, beginning time, ending time, is all this came in the Qur'an? Very slight indication. But more details came in the Sunnah, in the Hadith. In the Qur'an, indication of the time came, like Surah Bani Israel. Aqim as-salat duluki ash-shams ila ghasaq al-layl wa Qur'an al-fajr. Duluki ash-shams, sun started to going down towards west. Here indication of 2 salah. What are they? Maghrib or Asr. Sun is from midday going down towards west. Dhuhr and Asr. Midday Dhuhr, midday Asr or Maghrib. Midday Dhuhr, and after that one is Asr. So liduluki shams, 2 salah. Ila ghasaqil layl, when the darkness of the night comes, which one is indicated to? Maghrib and Isha. Wa Qur'an al-Fajr, Salat al-Fajr. The 5 daily prayers mentioned, indication in this ayah. Aqim as-salata liduluki shamsi ila ghasaq al-layli wa Qur'an al-Fajr. But the details of all these, Shafaq al-Abyad, Shafaq al-Ahmar, all this twilight, sunrise, sun on the head, in midday, all these more indication came in the Hadith. Jibreel alayhi salam came twice to teach Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through him the whole ummah, what is the beginning time of each salah, each waqt, and what is the ending time. First day he came in the beginning time. All prayer in the beginning of the salah, beginning of the time. Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. Second day he came, prayed with the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, end time, last time of the waqt. Subhanallah. Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. And then said, "O Prophet, this is the time from the beginning to the end, your ummah's prayer time." So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was giving us details. It is about time. And more details of in the Qur'an is mentioned a few things only. First of all, Aqim as-salah, establishing salah. Then sujudu, warka'u, ruku, sujud. Then qama, qiyam, aqumu lillahi qanitin, qiyam. Okay. Then qira'ah. In Surah Al-Muzammil, recitation came. Faqra'u ma tayassara min al-Qur'an, recitation came. So like this, all details came in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then coming the following ayah, ayah number 44, it has a very good message in fact. I'd like to delay this ayah inshallah for next week, because it is quite significant message here for well, listen to the translation only. أَتَأْمُرُونَ النَّاسَ بِالْبِرِّ وَتَنْسَوْنَ أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ تَتْلُونَ الْكِتَابَ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Do you command people to do something righteous and you forget for yourself while you do recite and read the kitab? أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. Do not use your sense. Some of the scholar will say, I don't want to talk about this ayah. Inna lillah. I don't want to give message of this one. Because what I talk, do I practice? Allah, this is the most difficult ayah for anybody is put in test by giving Islamic talks. They are all in trouble. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we can take this ayah seriously, inshallah, which will be next week. We'll stop here, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, tomorrow is 40 hadith again. Time is changed now after Asr, bi'idhnillah. One of the books says this opinion. Brother is referring to one of the wudu masail, like you to do wudu with the perfection. One of the condition is to say Bismillah in the beginning. And if you don't say Bismillah, your wudu is not completed. This is opinion of the some scholar, but the vast majority scholar will say to say Bismillah is perfection, is making your wudu is very perfect. That's true. But without that, wudu is not invalid, but you miss the perfection status. Like in a hadith, Al-Muslimu man salim al-Muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. A good Muslim, a perfect Muslim is the one from whose tongue and hand other Muslim feel safe. Okay, if a Muslim has problem here, he'll be a bit rude to the people, or maybe attacking people verbally, or somebody maybe use hand to some people. So he's not a Muslim at all, he's a kafir? No. He's still a Muslim, but he's not a very good Muslim. So wudu could be perfect, could be valid without Bismillah, but to say Bismillah make wudu is perfect. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he taught us when you do wudu, say Bismillah. Start with the name of Allah. Barakallah fiqh. Now.
Ustaz, the one who is like you say 2%, 2.5% zakat, but the person who is like get wages, he pay him bills, him run, and he doesn't keep anything, and he give the rest from the zakat. That will be accepted as a zakat, or you have to account it, take it 2% to give it this and that.
You give zakat 2.5%, not from your all income. Your income could be, mashallah, your income is £50,000, but you spend a lot, maybe nothing remains with you in the end of the year. Khalas, no zakah, because too much expenditure. You spend all this money, there is no zakah. But if whatever remains in the end of the year, only the surplus, only the extra money remained with you, zakat will be given out of that, not what was the income. Okay, but you can give, of course, any charity, sadaqah, very rewarded. Zakat is not fard upon you, because you spend all money. Even you have given good amount of money, you give every month as charity. In the end of the year, no money for zakah, khalas, no zakah for you.
Okay.
You have given the sadaqah, mashallah, you done something better than zakah. Alhamdulillah. You responding azan to the mosque radio, absolutely good. That's very good. Only don't respond to the salah and you join the jama'ah from radio. Don't do so. But you can listen to the tilawah, you can listen to the nasiha, you can listen to the adhan and giving an answer to the adhan and saying the dua, the reward you'll be getting. Whoever listening to the adhan, answering and making salat and salam to me and making a dua, wajabat lahu shafaati. My intercession is confirmed for him, is due for him. So alhamdulillah, we like to get opportunity of listening adhan from azan radio. Fadal. That is how far you live. If you are living 4 miles away from the masjid, then of course too much. You are not man sami'a nida. You are not listening nida adhan directly. Some people can even not only adhan, some people can listen from the adhan of Makkah from television. So he should go to Makkah to pray there. No, too far. You see, Jazakallah khair. Naam Qasim. Mashallah. The Bismillah, the dhikr before wudu is emphasized in many of the ahadith. That's true. There are some other dhikr dua as well. Allahumma ghfir li dhanbi wa barik li fi rizqi wa wasi' li fi dari, while making wudu. This is a beautiful dhikr in addition to the beginning Bismillah. Can you say this Bismillah? Nowadays, this urban lifestyle here, our toilet and wudu sink is together in same room. You can't pronounce this Bismillah or this dua in the toilet area, where sink is inside the bath and toilet together. Because in Hadith Rasulullah forbidden that these are the makarun qadira, these are the impure places. It should not be, Allah dhikr should not be done. Like in the toilet you go, you should not be doing inside the toilet dhikr of Allah. What you do then? You do by your mind, don't pronounce it. Like if you go to the toilet, you're rushing, you forgot to say dua, you can say dua in your mind inside the toilet. Don't pronounce it in the mind. If you practice in the mind, you're thinking and almost saying in your mind, it is possible, but don't pronounce it. Okay, either ghusl time, wudu time, or you forgot dua of toilet, you should not say in these kind of places. So qira'at al-fajr should be a bit more, a bit longer. In the Qur'an al-fajr kana mashhuda. In the fajr time, when Imam recites longer recitation, many of the angels come to attend. Fajr time is a meeting time of the angels, a group of angels who are here to protect us, to do some duty. Every day, every night, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send the shift of they have two shifts to work. One shift from Fajr to Asr, other shift from Asr to Fajr. So the meeting place or meeting time is the Fajr time, and Asr, of course, there is no louder recitation. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't mention it. But in the Fajr time there is louder recitation. They come to the masjid to listen to the recitation of the Imam. So that's why it is recommended recitation of the Qur'an in Fajr should be a bit longer, and of course it is at the good time followed by the Tahajjud time, one of the best time to recite the Qur'an. That's why even many people prefer to recite Qur'an after Fajr. It's really good. And you see, if you read Qur'an after Fajr in the morning, you have good mood, in fact, comparing to recitation in the end of the day or any other time. I don't know, this is my experience I found. When I read Qur'an in the morning, I found, mashallah, I enjoy it more comparing to the other time of the day. Wallahu alam. You have surplus money either equal to 85 grams of gold or 85 grams of gold or 490 a little bit less or more grams of silver, but 85 grams is too high, so you ignore that. The minimum threshold, the minimum one is taken from the silver. Nowadays, silver value, according to the silver value, something 500 or a little bit more will make your zakah is fard.
500 pounds.
Yeah. If your surplus money, your deposit or your cash or whatever in your custody is less than 500 pounds, there is no zakah fard upon you.
Sheikh, if my mom have a house but she doesn't have a money, can I pay for her the zakat? That will be accepted, like
yes.
My mom or my sister.
If you want to pay zakat for your sister, your mother, your other people dependent upon you, no problem, you can. But you must have the niyyah for them and tell them this is your zakah before you spend, they should know they are paying their zakah, this is amount. If you paid and tell them, don't worry, I have paid your zakah, no, it will be sadaqah. First you tell them, take their permission, they make their intention, yes, my son, my brother, my husband is giving my zakah. She knows. Then you give zakah. Period where your salah is not allowed, is prohibited time, is it? Prohibited time. I said there is some ikhtilaf among the scholar, but most of the scholar could say that 3 times you are prohibited to pray. One is when sun is rising, second one sun is setting, third one when sun is on the zenith, top of your head in the midday. What is the period? Minute wise, the minimum 3 minutes, and within 5 minutes all this movement takes place. But to be extra cautious, some of the scholars could recommend to go for 10 minutes break. But if you do 10 minutes gap, that it is a prohibited time, is safe. But if you at least observe 5 minutes, like sunrise time today, what time? 3:47, sorry, no, 5:31. So it's the beginning of sunrise. 5:31 to 5:35. This is the minimum break you make. Like somebody gone to bed and overslept, could not wake up for Fajr, and he woke up at 5:30. Let him doesn't pray straight away 5:30. He waits for 5:35, then he prays. This is the majority scholars' opinion. However, some of the scholars said if you can pray 1 or 2 rakah before sun started rising, and then you complete while it is rising, it is maybe allowed similar way as it is allowed for Asr. You know, sunset. What is sunset time today? Beginning of Maghrib? 8:27. Somebody came here to pray Asr at 8:23 or 24 or 25. Sun is about to set on 8:27, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes before. If he starts praying, he can pray some rakah before sunset, taken place physically, and the remaining while sitting down is allowed to pray today's Asr. Only today's Asr. You today came to pray late before Maghrib, you may start little bit before Maghrib, and then you complete before sun rising, and you complete while sun is rising. But don't start anything 8:27. It is beginning of sunrise, you don't do. Why then give the time sun is completely set? Then you pray. So for complete set, you need 5 minutes from 8:27. Okay, right. Any question? طيب خلاص إن شاء الله. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.